I'll be right back.
All good. Ooh. Oh, I'm so excited. God, the fucking music. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. I have been waiting for this game for maybe a year and a half, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Alright, go.
Hello. Alrighty, new game. Oh shit. Difficulty. This wasn't in the first game. For those focused on the story, a low-risk option. Broken dice are worth 1. Higher stress tolerance. Death is disabled. I can die? I can fucking die? Oh shit.
Weren't you always able to do?
Technically yes, but in the first game it was so easy to avoid it that, you know, once you got good at the game, you know, it wasn't a huge issue. This has, if it's giving me like a whole this, shit, I'm concerned. The intended difficulty for those happy to be challenged. Broken dice cannot be used. Standard stress tolerance. Death incurs a significant permanent penalty. Okay. For experienced players who want an unforgiving challenge with no second chances, dice repairs require more components, very low stress tolerance, double energy depletion. Death is permanent. Well, I'm definitely going to go with this for the story, but I also want the challenge. And I could do dangerous in my own time. Push. Reboot. Reroll lowest dice. Okay, so this guy's got good smarts, bad endurance. Okay. Then there's, oh, they're all called push. So this one's reboot, rally. Okay, so this one's the brute, it seems like. Oh, wait, no, extractor, operator. Okay, I'm dumb. So this one's got toughness, engagement, engineering, bad intuition, it seems. And then the mechanist, focus. Good engineering, interface, really bad engage. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do reboot. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. In the moment before waking, the dark space before conscious thought, you struggle to find the pieces of yourself. Usually these pieces come with a particular cadence, each appearing sequentially like the boot process of an old terminal. First your body, artificial, compromised, but relaying sense data all the same. Then its context, the breeze of air filtration, the soft contact of your birth in 0G. The emotion, coming into focus, coming into your body, bringing with it that first instinct, the one that has framed your past hundred cycles, fear. But that familiar sequence does not arrive. Instead, you are unmoored in space, your body distant, your context silent, even your emotions somehow obscured and scattered. Among all that disarray, only one familiar thing arrives, the fear. It is a scrambled panic fear. The drowning fear, the falling fear, the fear that makes you reach desperately for any stable point. It is the fear that tells you something is wrong, something is very wrong with you. Wake up, sleeper, the voice is whispered in your ear. An act that makes you suddenly aware of your head pulsing in pain, your body rigid with tension. Sleeper, a familiar name, a mind copied, emulated, a body built, implanted, one person sleeping until their debt is worked away. They're double being made to work, to be consumed, and eventually to be destroyed. A proxy, an emulation, a sleeper. That is what you are. But you escaped, you remember that now, broken free from your corporate creator's SNARP, in search of a future. You cannot remember the details of your escape, but you know the fear has been with you ever since. All of a sudden, you remember you have eyes, and your eyes flicker open. Lane. Relentless, cruel, and on your tail. Fuck. Pale eyes and a pale face. Lane. The name comes with its own specific sensation of fear, one you recoil from instinctively. Sorry to interrupt, a sharp smirk. But this ends here. You search your mind for more than a name. Is this how you reward me for my generosity? Lane is leaning over your horizontal floating body, looking down into your eyes. I took you in, protected you, gave you a purpose. You try to look away, to the corners of your vision to find something you understand. Your body does not respond, but I suppose that wasn't enough. He reaches into the pocket of his jacket and receives a small vial. This wasn't enough. The vial glitters, the object you know and have known for a long time, stabilizer, the drug that keeps your artificial body, your emulated mind, from inevitably decay. The only balm for your planned adolescence. Abscess. Yeah, I never got that word right. The liquid rolling into the vial fills you with disgust. Lane pockets the vial, but it would be wasted on you now. After what you have done to this body of yours, he looks at you with a palpable disgust. Lane's eyes scan your body, and as they do, you become aware of the wires and tubes attached to you. Those that were meant to free you from your dependence, from the stabilizer and the control it grants Lane. They are free, you piece of shit. They don't need you anymore. The voice comes from somewhere behind Lane's head. It is a voice you know, but when you search your mind to try to understand why you find only... But when you search your mind to try and understand why, you find only dizzying darkness. Shut him up, Lane barks the command, and you hear the sound of impact and pain from elsewhere in the room. You try to move your limbs again. This time you feel a flicker, the twitch of a finger. You feel the extension and compression of synthetic muscle. Free? Are you? Lane smirks. You were free when I disabled your tracker, when I gave you the stabilizer you needed. He scans your body with angry eyes. Now you aren't free. You're just broken. I had such big plans for you, Sleeper. I invested in you. Lane grips your arm hard, and you feel a jolt of reaction. You will the arm to move, but you have ruined all that. Lane speaks louder over the sound of struggle behind him. I will try to preserve your body, of course. I have my own uses for it. But your emulation, you feel one of his hands searching behind your head. He finds and grips the thick cable running into the port at the base of your skull. I will burn that out. Lane jerks forward, slamming across your body, then spinning away out of sight. You feel yourself rolling, the cables plugged into you, looping and wrapping around your limbs. Then you feel hands steadying you, pulling cables. You glance around wildly and see someone diligently unplugging you. You meet his eyes. Hey, he waves a hand in your dazed face. We need to move. Lane won't be out long. He unloops a cable around your wrists. Sleeper, help me out here. You blink slowly. Do you know this person? He leans over you, and you feel his hands on the connector. Flickering switches releases the locks. Come on. He tugs the connector clean and pulls you up. You see the room you are in for the first time, filled with tech and terminals, wires waving everywhere, all lit by big windows looking out on an impossibly bright screen-filled street beyond. In the corner, you see the dark shape of a floating body surrounded by a glittering constellation of crimson baubles. Is that blood? Move. You're wrestled and shoved towards the door, which slides open in front of you, and then you are out, all in brightness. All that movement, gliding hard towards some unknown destination. Ooh. Ooh, oh my god. I'm so excited. You come to a stop in a dark alley. The one who guided you here pausing to catch his breath. He doubles over beside a massive life support unit that sends a lukewarm breeze across your skin. You stare at him, trying to recall anything about him. You notice his tattered jacket, his lightweight clothes. You remember this station runs hot. Something about the power that flows through this place. He looks up and meets your eye. What's going on, sleeper? He wipes sweat from his forehead, and it floats away like a swarm of spheres. In a swarm of spheres. Talk to me. Who are you? You see a concerned frown cross his face. Don't mess with me, sleeper. That's not funny. He comes closer, eyeing you carefully. What station are we on? He narrows his eyes, waiting for the answer. You close your eyes, trying to recall. You force your way through the dark to the image of a station. No, a city, growing on the back of a vast set of hexagonal solar cells, shadowed by them. You open your eyes. Dark side. The word leaves your mouth like an exhale, an instinct. Before you heard yourself sounded out, you didn't know it was there. He sighs. And me? Who am I? You see something like fear in his eyes, panic perhaps. You stare ahead at his face, the slight upturn of his mouth, the intensity of his stare. Nothing comes. He closes his eyes and drops his head, putting a hand on his temple. The reboot. He is speaking quietly to himself. Lane interrupted the process, and he lifts his head and stares at you. We need to keep going. We need to leave. He turns and kicks it off down the alley. Come on, the ring can't be far. Ooh, oh my god! I'm so excited just for all of this. I'm like a little kid on Christmas. As you are led through the passages and serviceways of the station, you try to recall your life here. The temperature of the dark side feels familiar, but you struggle to pin specific memories to it. Focusing hard, you recall waking up in these passages cycle after cycle, the rhythms of the station flowing over you along with the crowds. You recall desperation and the slow decay of your body that caused it. Then Lane, those pale eyes, offering you a glittering vial, stabilizer, the promise of supplying more for your work. A deal he locked you into like a cage. There was memory fail. There your memory fails you. But in the dark beyond that moment, the residue of panic, of fear remains. You were Lane's prisoner, Lane's plaything. You shudder in the cold passage. Wait, your guide holds up a hand, and you stop your glide using the wall. Ahead you see the tunnel opens up into a wide open bay with a few doors leading to cylindrical tunnels, the docks. They're watching the rig. He nods towards the dock. And you see one of the doors has a couple of figures flanking it. One covered in ornate tattoos, the other with bright silver implants along their cheekbones. They're mercenaries. Yutsubo? Yutsubo, Lane's guys. He looks at you and shakes his head in frustration. All this, it's not coming back to you, is it? Something catches your eye and you see he is playing with a coin, nervously turning it over and over in his fingers. He sees you looking and slips it away. He places a hand on his chest. I'm Seraphin, alright? He looks pained when he speaks. Lane? He was our captor, both of us. We did this so we could escape. We needed to reboot you to break your dependence on stabilizer. You know what that is, right? You nod meekly. The Lane interrupted me back there. The reboot didn't complete, and he sighs and shakes his head. We can still make this work. He looks back at the docks. I'll lead them away. You get the docking bridge open. If we make it to the rig, I know how to get us in. Got it? He searches your face for a sign of recognition. What's the rig? Seraphin looks annoyed. A ship. Our ship. Or at least it soon will be. Lane assigned it to us when we were on jobs for him. Get that door open. He spats you on the shoulder. Oh, he pats you. I don't know where I saw an S. He pats you on the shoulder. I know you can do this. Seraphin kicks off hard and glides into the docks. Over here, shitheads. He bellows to the guards as he barrels through. They immediately push off the wall, giving chase. Oh shit. This is new. Oh fuck, is this? Oh fuck. Okay, so this is new. Oh, I'm so excited. This is actual choice-based decisions, that affect what you're doing for this shit. During scenes, you may encounter skill checks where you can perform certain actions using your skills, like the dice actions you will encounter later. Skill checks can have a positive, neutral, and negative outcome. The better the rating of your skill, the more likely you will succeed on the check. The odds of success are displayed when you select the check. You can see more info in the guide section of the pause menu. So this is 50% chance of being positive. Ooh, oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. You wait a breath, then glide across the door they were guarding. You look already panicked at the tightly sealed door. Its control panel locked out. You hear a shout from somewhere nearby. You need to get it open. Hack the door. Neutral. A, I'll take it. You shift to the control panel, trying to understand the readout. The door is on emergency lockdown. Somewhere you hear more shouting. Your fingers hover over the keys. You switch to the administration layer and begin flooding the door's operation system with spoof requests, desperately hammering the controls. The control OS crashes and the door judders halfway open before failing. Go! Seraphin flies past you through the doorway into the docking tunnel. You turn to see the two guards approaching fast across the dock and quickly glide after Seraphin. Seraphin is already at the rig's door, inputting an entry code. The rig's door scissors open and you both rush inside. Quickly, Seraphin grabs you by the arm and drags you up into the cockpit, the ship's layout hazy in your mind. He dumps you into a flight seat and straps himself into his own. You see him tap a series of buttons as he does, talking to himself. Come on. The rig's drive rumbles into life and Seraphin slams a button on the console. You feel the force of the ship's acceleration as it pulls away. Cutscenes? Oh my god, revolutionary. Holy shit. As the ship glides into place on the connecting bridge, its automatic systems nudged there by the port's docking protocols. You feel a sense of relief. Seraphin burned hard out of dark side, and you dropped in and out of consciousness in your seat as the rig made its way across the belt. But now, with open space between you and Lane, you feel fresher, more awake. Seraphin breaks the silence. We're good, sleeper. His eyes don't leave the monitor, and you realize this part of your escape is routine for him. You and he must have docked this countless times in your work with Lane. The problem is you don't remember any of them. We made it, he whispers, closing his eyes and letting out a sigh. We certainly did. He turns and you see a pained look on his face, as if remembering something difficult. Have you said this exact thing to him before in this same situation. Are you okay? He looks at you, chewing one side of his lip, searching your face. Not really, he puffs. Seraphin reaches, flicking through a set of switches in a practiced fashion. Completing the shutdown, you watch, a little frustrated with your own uselessness. Running the rig, you realize it's just another thing you've forgotten. A clunk that runs through the wall of the ship is followed by a short, percussive alarm tone from the pilot's control. Docking complete. Seraphin kicks off from his seat, twisting as he glides past you towards the back of the cockpit. His hands find the rails of either side of the door, and he pauses, facing into the corridor beyond. He turns back to you, backlit in cold cyan. We need a plan. He glances around. Lane's not going to let us slip away quietly, he sighs. We need to talk. Seraphin furrows his brow. Not now, sleeper. We need to forget. He flinches, the words coming out wrong. We need to focus on something other than... He pauses again, unsure. Us. He sighs. We need to survive this first. We need to survive this thing first. Then maybe we talk. That isn't fair. Seraphin's eyes flash. What isn't fair, sleeper? Is that I just gave up everything for someone who can barely remember my name. He tenses at his own unexpected anger. We are not doing this. He slams the middle of the cockpit wall. Not now. He closes his eyes and looks down. Just let me think. He fixes you with a stare. I need to think. We have bought ourselves some time. He glances through the cockpit window at the blinking lights of the station. You may not remember Hexport, but I do, and there are plenty of opportunities here for us, and we can keep our heads down. He turns back to the corridor. That's what we'll do. He pushes off and glides towards the main lock, and you follow, pulling yourself along, hand over hand in 0G. We already emptied the tank on this thing. He slaps the hand on the ship's inside, so we'll need to refuel, and that won't be cheap. But if you and I know one thing, sleeper, it's how to work. I'm going to get myself reacquainted, see if I can turn up any old connections, people that might throw us an easy contract. He glances back over his shoulder. You keep out of trouble. Low profile, got it. Seraphin stops at the airlock. Stopping the reboot halfway through, he pulls a worn crew jacket from a locker and starts pulling it on. We don't know what that did to you. He jams an arm into a sleeve. I don't want you passing out in. He stops. I'll be fine. Seraphin drops his head, swearing to himself. He grabs another crew jacket and thrusts it at you. Just put the damn hood up, will you? You take it and slip it on. Thank you. Seraphin nods. He stabs at the button to open the lock. The inner door hisses open and Seraphin glides through. Wait for a little bit, then leave. Anyone looking for us will be looking for two people traveling together. He looks at you in your worn crew jacket, a limited disguise for what is clearly a sleeper. We meet back here later. Any trouble? Same thing. Meet here. He surveys your disguise again and shakes his head. God damn! Okay. Music.
What the fuck?
No, yeah. I'm fucking with it though. Fucking, they got the same artist for the first game on this game. I'm like, hell yeah. This is a shitty idea. He gives you one last look. Maybe find yourself something to eat. Suddenly you recognize Seraphin's instinct to look after you. A flash of a relationship now lost to the reboot. Catch. Seraphin throws you a handful of something towards you. You manage to grab the projectiles, and when you open your hand, it's a stack of cryo chits. Those should get you some food. We'll need some more for fuel and supplies. That means odd jobs on the station for both of us. Seraphin kicks off and glides down the docking bridge. Don't go too far, alright? He shouts as he leaves. Take it slow. And with that, he is gone, leaving the connecting bridge and heading into Hexport's docking concourse. You wait for a moment in silence. Make a plan. You try to think ahead to what might be coming. You'll need work. That's the first step. But what then? Lane will be coming eventually. The sooner you can put some distance between you and Hexport, the better. So that's the plan. Rest, supply, and run. You shake the thoughts from your head and pull the jacket tight. Let's see what Hexport has to offer. You kick off and glide into port. Hell yes. Welcome to Sun Sleeper 2. The game runs in cycles during which you can perform actions with your dice, use cryo to buy food, fuel supplies, and items, progress clocks towards new scenes and events. You can review tutorials at any time in the guide section of the pause menu. Select locations, scroll through the station, rotate view. Okay. Here's the rig. Tutorial. The rig is your ship and home in the Starward Belt. While the rig is docked at the hub, there are multiple areas you can visit. Bunks, use dice to reduce stress. Galley, use supplies to regain energy. Other locations will unlock as you play. While the rig is in dock at a hub, your crew will also help to gather resources to contribute to the upkeep of the ship. You can choose which resources they should focus on in the crew task menu to the left. They have random chance of acquiring it at the beginning of the following cycle. Okay, so the crew's on the left, like I said. Oh, okay. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Tutorial. Oh god. Clock. Okay, yep, I know this. Basically, every day that passes, it goes up by 1 on that dial right there with the minus. Whew, okay. So I've got to find a job. So let's see. God, this is fucking crazy. Okay, so there is Hexport Docks, busy way station dock, and then the exchange, goods exchange. Tutorial. In Sleeper 2, you can perform actions by assigning action dice to them. The higher the dice you assign, the more likely you will succeed the action. But your dice will be modified by your skill. Your skill modifier for the action is displayed on the right and will reduce or increase the value of the dice assigned to the action. Like skill checks, dice actions have 3 outcomes: positive, negative, and neutral. Each action will also rate safe, risky, or dangerous based on the outcome it has. The more dangerous an action is, the more significant both its rewards and consequences are. For more information on dice guide. Okay. So, trade scrap. Trading scrap is all about identifying materials and cleaning up components. It is an engineer's job more than a trader's. Impress the brokers. The data brokers are the heart of the exchange. They show off their knowledge by discussing decryption. Maybe you can talk the talk. Okay. Rules of the exchange. The exchange buzzes with conversation and commerce. This is a place where contracts are found. You just need to look. Okay, we can get a job here then, it sounds like. What's happening over here? Chat to the crews. There are plenty of crews milling around the docks and moving cargo. They could be a good source of info. Hexport's docks are a dizzying mess of braided cables and flickering signage. Filled with busy spacers, exploring is both thrilling and intimidating, not immediate. Okay. The Hexport docks thrum with life. There are contracts to be made here. You are sure of it. Oh my god. I am so fucking ecstatic to play this. This is my favorite fucking game. Not specifically this one, but like the first game, whoo, it is great. This, from all the trailers I've seen and from the praise I've heard from, articles and shit, this could either be just as, if not better, than Citizen Sleeper 1. I am so fucking excited. Depending on how this game goes and how this story goes, I might cry, depending on, what sad bullshit happens. But who knows? I'm excited. All right, let's see. R1. Oh shit. Welcome to the character screen. Here you can upgrade and configure your sleeper. On the left, you can upgrade your skills to improve this skill modifier, applied to your dice when you undertake an action. To the right, you can upgrade your push, the unique ability of your class. There's unique abilities? Oh my god. When upgrading your push, only one upgrade at each level can be active at once. You can configure which upgrade is active only while at a hub. I've got no points available. Okay, where? I'm hearing things click. Oh, okay, I'm here. Okay, I guess this is just for my dice. Yeah, skills. This is for my push, which I don't know what the fuck that is. No dice damage on push reroll. Reroll 1 dice. -2 stress if reroll 6. Reroll random dice, but plus 1 rolled. So I'm assuming that's like, if you get a 5 and you reroll it, it'll be a +1 of whatever it was supposed to be. Reroll dice cannot be a 1. That's decent. Dice, but random 1. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay. So the left side is like unique shit. Left side is decent generic shit. I am fucking with the idea of going to the Hexport Exchange. So let's see. See, that boosts up to 100% positive. How much is that going to give me? That's going to give me 2. You just progress the clock. Yes. You track your progress towards both positive and negative events. That is good to know. Even though I already knew it. I probably should have saved those. Kind of a waste, but it's fine. Okay. Hexport Canteen, Common Trade Hall Canteen. Hexport Trade Hall, Spacer Trading Market. Okay. Damn, a lot of shit here. Buy fuel. Okay, that's good. Fuel deposits like this can be found at most stations selling the lifeblood of the belts, transport, and trade. Oh, buy fuel and then fill fuel. Buy supplies, fill supplies. Okay. That's interesting. So there's 2 different types. That's interesting. Okay. I like that. I like that there's trade-offs. Alright, what's this? Buy fuel. Wait, no, I already looked at that. Canteen, that's what I needed. Tutorial, here you can eat in exchange for cryo. Right, for energy. Okay, so this is eating. Simple as that, just eating. Okay, so we can't get a job there. Hexport docks. Engage. Do I have good engage? I have engage. Okay, that's risky. That's danger. No, I'll talk to the crew. Okay, that's good. That's 1. Oof, that's not good. Alright, this could be good or bad. Please be good. You know what? I'll take it. You have used all your dice this cycle. You need to end the cycle at your ship, the rig, to re-roll them. Duly noted. I'm gonna get food though, because I am starving. Hell yes. I am so enthusiastic about this game. How do I, oh, L2. Oh, okay, I get it. So I can tell Seraphim what jobs to take up. Right now, I know we need cryo, so I will roll with that. End cycle. Make a meal. I can make food. Oh, I see. I understand. Holy shit! I'm going crazy. Oh my god. Rest and recover. Okay, so I can gain more energy then, I assume. Oh no, that's for stress. I don't know how the fuck stress is gonna work, but I'm excited. Oh my god. We're in trouble, sleeper. Seraphim leans into the bunks as you are getting up. Without further explanation, he disappears down the corridor towards the rear of the ship. You drift out into the passage, pulling on your clothes, and glide down the length of the rig. The cool air making you shiver. Seraphim is a silhouette silently leading the way. He stops at the far end, diverting through a side door, shooting you a glance as he does. You find Seraphim inside, holding one of a tangle of arm-thick tubes that are waving in zero-G engine room. You know what these are? Fuck, are they fuel pipes? No, tell me. These are the engine's feed lines. He waves one in the air, and before you ask, no, they aren't supposed to be waggling loose. What happened? These must have broken loose when we pushed the ship hard on our way out of Darkside. He looks at the mess. We are lucky the reserve tank is empty. Otherwise, he shakes his head. It would have been bad. That's good to know. But he pushes the pipe to the side. No feed from the reserve tank means that the rig's range is limited to the local region only. He thumbs the large lumpen housing of the engine. This thing can't take us anywhere far. So we fix it? Seraphim sighs. That's the short of it. Seraphim whacks the engine housing again, harder this time. Just not been our run of luck. He turns and starts gathering the tangled feed lines, his frustration evident in the violence of his movement. We will need a new set of these. That's for sure. He starts forcing them into a crate. So how about you try to track them down? What am I looking for? Oh, new tubes. I'm dumb. I'll take a look at things here and see if I can figure out another fix for the reserve tank. He glances up at his work from what I've heard from. He glances up from his work. From what I've heard on Hexport, Factory Row is the place to find ship fitters. Okay, maybe you can do some recon while I sort this out. It's on the other end of the station. Okay, I'll have a look. Seraphim keeps working. Wait, Seraphim pauses, seemingly unsure. There's something else. He drops the feed lines as they float, waving in the air like tubular seaweed. I've heard word that Lane's on the hunt. He frowns. A message went out everywhere in the local radius of Darkside. He's looking for us. Shit. You said it. Seraphim sighs, which is why we need those feed lines. I'm going to try to work something out. Maybe I can improvise a solution. I don't know. He looks down. I'm no ship fitter. But while I do, you go hunting. See what you can turn up, okay? He smiles a weak smile. Get going. You leave the engine room, the clanking sound of Seraphim's cleanup efforts echoing through the ship. Fuel feed lines. That's the next step. You take a deep breath and head out. Alrighty. You have discovered a drive. Drives help you track and choose your objectives in Sin Sleeper 2. The arrow button in the top left opens the drive menu where you can choose which drive to track. Once a drive is tracked, a yellow mark will be placed above any location that relates to that drive. Drives come in two types, major and minor. On completing a major drive, rewards 2 upgrade points and a minor rewards 1. Keep an eye on the drive menu as you progress to see what new opportunities and objectives are available and track those you want to pursue. Oh, look at a little auto save in the top corner. I love that. Wow. Okay. Fuck. On the run. Okay. Shit. Okay. New location discovered. Factory Row. What's this? The Bends. Play Star and Stoker. I thought that's Stroker. Buy a Ben's Fry. Okay, so I can gamble or buy food. That's amazing.
My fucking mic was muted, but I don't think you understand that I almost spit out my fucking drink.
Oh.
I thought that said stroker. I nearly spit out my fucking food. Oh my god.
Fucking, play Star and Stroker.
Like, you just went about it so casually. There was no, like, pause in between. You went right back to reading. Man, I thought that said stroker anyway, so this...
Buy a Ben's Fry. I gotta stop my recording, and then I gotta reset the share play. God, I'm enjoying this.
The nastiest fucking belch, I'm not gonna lie. I should have done it in your ear.
That's so fucking hot.
What the
I'm so fucking hyped right now. You have no fucking idea. And I don't mean for Star and Stroker.
What?
Okay, maybe a little bit for Star and Stroker.
What?